Hello and welcome to A Doll's Place. My name is Karen and I am a dollhouse, and miniature collector. I love sharing my dollhouse renovations, vintage finds, and DIYs. I also collect American Girl dolls and other brands, as well as many doll outfits. Please note that my content is intended for adults. In this video, I will be sharing a 1/12 scale old-fashioned general store that I built. I purchased most of the furnishings and many of the miniatures online or from antique stores, and I also made many of the accessories. I started the project by papering the walls and putting flooring in using Mod Podge. I found that this product works very well for this purpose, and I'm able to achieve a really smooth surface that holds up over time. On the left, we have sewing goods. I made all the fabric bolts that fill the shelves, as well as the decorative box with the tiny spools of thread. On the right side of the shop, we have a variety of items customers might find in an old-fashioned mercantile. The cast iron stove in the far corner holds spatterware pots and pans. The tray on the counter holds gingerbread cookies that are actually tiny buttons. There are brass canisters, pottery, preserve jars, cookie cutters, a tiny coffee grinder, to mention a few things. Lots of tiny details here. The counter has a brass cash register, a gumball machine, and a bundle of newspapers. This smaller cabinet in the back holds glassware, china, and books. I bought the miniature Clark's thread box and the seed packet display at a flea market. And here's another view of the whole shop. I took some of the pieces out so you could see them up close. Here are some close-ups of the fabric shelves. And a close-up of the counter with the cash register. I made these two tiny lace-trimmed boxes. One holds thread and the other is full of postcards. Here's a close-up of the cabinet in the back of the shop. This china cabinet is full of blue and white china. On the side of the building is a vintage truck. It's actually a bank, bringing in crates of hardware, tools, paint, and other supplies to stock the shelves. I found this little shed at a dollhouse convention, and I use it as an annex to the main building. There are produce crates, garden tools, and even an antique cotton candy machine, which is actually a pencil sharpener. And here you can see the ice box and a dry goods cabinet inside the shed. And that's the tour of the general store. I love the history and the nostalgia of these shops. I visited many of them that still exist in New England. It brings me back to a simpler time, and it was fun selecting the pieces and planning the details. I hope you enjoyed seeing this piece. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. To all of my miniature followers, have you created vintage shops for your collections? Leave a comment below and tell me what project you're working on. Bye for now, and I hope to see you in the next video.